I never thought I would be standing here. It is May 2024, and I am on stage at the first ever Mothertelling event telling my story. When I first agreed to this journey, I said a definitive no thank you to the speaking portion of the event. Clearly, we can see how well that worked out. But I'm here now, and I remind myself, I can do this. I am front and center. I'm open to the experience. I look around in the crowd, and I see familiar faces. It's reassuring. I can feel the positive energy from the other storytellers radiating towards me. Brings me comfort. They smile at me from their space in the crowd. That's when I saw her crying. Anita, just keep talking, turn your head away. Oh, no, great. Now I've made eye contact with her. A random woman in the audience is crying as I share my story. She's a perfect stranger to me. I feel like I should go and hug her, but I can't. I'm standing here, my legs have me anchored to the stage. What do I do? I mean, this is so bizarre. How could my words, I'm wondering, how could my story have such an impact on her? In large part, I'm standing here because of Courtney Hobbs. I first met Courtney at a fitness class, October 2023. She was the one in the back, working out, giving it her all, encouraging everyone on with a loud, "Woo, let's go." I mean, her unbridled energy and enthusiasm was likable. We continued to bump into one another weekly. I found out she had a storytelling business. This was pretty cool. We connected on social media, and the first 3 words that leapt off her Instagram page were share, connect, celebrate. I'm like, okay, but I also questioned, why share? Connect with who? What the heck are we celebrating? I'm having a moment. Oh. Courtney was launching a Mothertelling program. I was very curious. I mean, what was this all about? I had always loved creative writing, and I knew that I was missing it. I felt like Courtney could be that person to help me get back into my writing groove. I had once loved public speaking, but I was not missing that. We decided we would meet for a walk, so we could walk and talk, and I could ask her some questions. It was a mild end of January day. You would not have known it was the dead of winter when we were maneuvering around mud and puddles as we walked. I had thought a lot about how I wanted this conversation to go. I mean, I did not want to let Courtney down. She was in the launch phase of her new program. To be honest, though, I was scared to speak publicly. The thought of going on stage alone with an audience staring at me made me feel nauseous. I just felt like they were all judging me, judging my life, especially on the topic of mothering. You see, mothering had thrown me a curveball. An autism diagnosis for our eldest daughter, Reese, had adjusted our world. Our daily life felt like it revolved around speech therapy, assessments, independent learning plans. These were not things I had imagined as being part of daily life. I had thought of myself as being the mom, driving everybody to figure skating or maybe dance lessons. My girl would love school, and she'd want to be involved in all the extracurriculars. And then on the weekends, we'd manage a very full social calendar. She'd be skipping off to birthday parties, and when it came time for her, she'd have a long list of friends that she'd want to invite. I mean, come on, don't all moms imagine this? In conversation with other moms, it felt like they were living the life I had imagined. I learned very quickly in conversation to master the fake smile, and the agreeable head bob. It felt impossible to speak out loud the truth. School's a real struggle. Navigating friendships is incredibly challenging. I was doing everything I could to avoid awkward questions, awkward glances, or both. Despite my reluctance to share, I signed up for Courtney's program. I had a game plan. I was going to focus on writing and writing alone. Make it a story topic that was so generic and play it safe, and then I would be fine. Well, running to my office, seeking alone time with my thoughts, writing, it all came so easy to me, and I was loving it. My plan unraveled, though, when I started documenting what was on my heart, the obstacles we had faced as a family, and the resilience we found to get through it together. That was definitely not a safe topic. In no time at all, it was the week we were sharing our stories. Sitting in my office, reading my notes, I felt overwhelmed at the thought of speaking. I didn't want to let Courtney down. She had shown up with such sincerity and enthusiasm. It had washed over me, like waves pulling you slowly and methodically deeper into the water. I also didn't want to let the other storytellers down. They had made me feel seen, heard, and understood. And it felt like we were standing together in the water with our hands linked, holding one another up as the waves hit us. So when it came time for my turn, I took a deep breath and I submerged myself. And I did it. I shared my whole story. And with less than a month to go, I now didn't want to let myself down. I was willing to step onto the stage. I'm standing in the middle of the room now. The stories have been told, and all around me there's a joyful buzz of chatter and laughter. Pictures are being taken, people are smiling, laughing, and hugging. It was really beautiful. And I knew everyone could feel it. Share, connect, celebrate. It was soul-filling. It was so satisfying. If I hadn't signed up, I would have missed this. It was more than a story. And then across the room, I see her again, the random woman who had been crying. And she's walking towards me, and we met face to face. And she spoke first. "Thank you," she said. "Thank you for sharing. You gave me hope today. You gave me hope for what lies ahead." I had not expected this. It felt like my full circle moment. And I heard Courtney all over again saying, "Your story matters." For a moment, I saw my younger self. The mom who got up in the morning, she put on a brave, composed face to face the world. She felt like she was faking it. She could have used a glimmer of hope, but she had come a long way. Today I was still putting on that brave, composed face, but I had tried on being vulnerable in a whole new way. I had never imagined myself giving a glimmer of hope to someone else. I had come a long way. I never thought I would be standing here. I'm so grateful that I am.